Hi everybody, welcome back to Turtle Bay. We're here in Create Astral, and today we're going to take care of our food situation. Last time, we noticed that salmon was a really good food, and in fact I think it's the best food. Here's why. We type in salmon, we notice that we can eat cooked salmon on its own, which is quite good. We can make salmon roll, which is even better. And grilled salmon is one of the best foods out there. I looked through the entire book, and I think 11 saturation is the highest it ever goes. I don't understand how this is sorted by saturation. But just looking through manually, I did not see anything that was more than 11 saturation, other than the grilled salmon. Plus, it gives us nourishment for 3 minutes. So, salmon is clearly the best. Wow. So salmon is clearly the best food, notwithstanding asphyxiation at the excitement. So how do we get more salmon? Well, we're not going to go around manually punching fish like we did last episode to get food. That's not sustainable. We're gonna use create to build what I think is one of the most interesting mob farms I've ever seen. I don't know if it'll work, but I'd like to try, and I think y'all will be entertained by it. But create components involve a lot of iron, and we don't really have that much iron. We'd really like to turn our cobblestone generation into iron automatically, so we could get that going. Let me show you what I mean by that. So right now, we're collecting cobblestone, and we can mill cobblestone into gravel. That's what we've been doing over here. You can see at the top of the screen right now, it says 46 gravel, 18 cobblestone, 47 gravel, 17 cobblestone. That's because we're turning cobblestone into gravel. So if we take excuse me, if we take the gravel out, what we can then do, and if you hear singing in the background, that's my washing machine, because I am washing my bedding, laundry. The gravel can be washed, just like the bedding. What a segue that was, into iron nuggets, into iron nuggets with a small probability. So if we put this here, and then we sleep for a little bit, then when we wake up, we'll notice that the washing process will convert this over time into flint and iron nuggets. It's lossful, it has loss, but if we have an infinite amount of gravel coming in, we're going to get an infinite amount of nuggets out. Simple as that. So, first order of business, in order to allow us to make our ultimate salmon fish farm, we need iron. And to get iron, we need an automatic cobblestone, mining, broken into gravel, washed into iron nuggets. So I think that's the first item of business today. Once we get that set up, while we're waiting for that iron, we can also go to the rest of the slime islands, just like we did at the start of last episode, and harvest some more of their create stuff. For example, we got this windmill from that island. Maybe we can pick up a few other nice starting goodies. Because as time goes on, they'll be less and less useful. As time goes on, we'll have more and more regular create stuff, so the marginal boost, like the importance of having +1 extra windmill right now, is a lot more than having +1 extra windmill at some point later. So getting them now makes a lot of sense. So I'll catch you, or I guess you'll catch me. Someone will be doing the catching in this game of tag we all play in content creation. And I'll show you iron farm progress. And maybe I'll do my laundry. Maybe that. Something like that. We're just sketching for now. We're gonna need the millstone to drop onto the belt, and we can use a chute for that. Show you that in just a second. And then that tells us that the drill will want to be here, so that water will flow, make the block flow further and go over the millstone. Nice. And indeed, we could put a basket here to hold excess in case the millstone doesn't process as fast as we need, but maybe we won't worry about that. Maybe we'll just assume that we'll hand tune the system so that it's perfectly calibrated in terms of input-output. We're going to put a funnel on the end of the spell, and this is a way to interface between inventories and creative surfaces, I guess. Creates different item transportation methods. Okie doke. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is just going to start dumping items out, but we can reverse it. Neat. Alright. Might as well put this here. Alright, we want one more gearbox, probably. And some shafts. We'll see if that does it. This might do it. This might not. We'll see. What was that noise? Squelch. This probably is too fast. Oh, it's not vertical. That's another problem. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll have to try. Now we need a chute. We need items to fall from the mill onto the belt. Alright, let's put a chute down. We're expecting this to dump out an entire stack of gravel, which is what chutes do. Ah. Now we're blocking the fan. Hadn't thought about that. Alright, we've got a gravel piece that just fell out. Is this enough time to convert it? It is just barely, I think. So that's a good sign. So we want the gravel to not enter. We want gravel not to be gravel by the time it enters. And I think we're doing just that, which is nice. And based on this, our mill can't handle the capacity, and we've got a lot of gap between different gravel blocks, so we can speed our mill up. And our mill doesn't actually care which direction it rotates. But we cannot speed up our belt, so let's make sure that our belt speed is locked. And we can do that by getting downward rotation from this shaft. Speed upward like that. And then we can make this one big, because now this one won't interfere across. Hope that made sense in the video. We're now producing 1 gravel for every belt slot, and we are putting no gravel in here, so it's perfectly the right length of time to wash each piece. Nice! That's awesome. And we're probably going to be burning through this stack of blocks, which is good. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I didn't finish decorating this. We've encased the belt and we've dyed it. And I think that just looks a lot nicer. It's going to be great to look at contraptions and have a secondary way to guess what their purpose is based on the color of their belt. Alright, so we've we've come back from exploring. We found another windmill on a green sky island. So we'll use the second windmill to power our fish catcher machine. One module of it, because you know me, y'all know me, I love making stuff modular. I'm all about that, and this fish catcher is going to be modular. So, yeah, I was thinking, you know, instead of going to seek fish out, what if we brought the fish to us? This is somewhat inspired by a real-life, oh, I'll tell you that story later. So, anyway, as part of this fish catcher, we're going to need a lot of fans. And each of these fans takes 4 ingots, and for one module, we're going to need this many fans, 8 fans. I think it'll be worth it. I think you're going to like it. It does take a lot of iron, so very glad we made this contraption here. I think this will be a semi-permanent addition, so we're going to need to clean up the outsides, make it look prettier than it is right now, just kind of buried in sand. So we'll do that at some point. But for now... But for now, we can go craft some materials. So let's go smash some Let's go smash some iron. I wonder if we can make this move any faster. Chunk. Look at that. That's a lot of stress. But we're gonna need it. Because we need to press a whole bunch of iron. And this would have taken ages otherwise. Look at that. We'll be done in no time. Want to see how that affected our stress? Let's take a look. Music to my ears. Yeah, we're in the high yellow. 70%. Wow. Windmills are great. Windmills are so powerful. We really want to make this look prettier too. I think we'll beautify stuff next episode after we build the fish catcher today. And just like that, we're done. Potentially, we could even add a clutch here so that we could turn on and off machines as we need them. There we go. So now, when we turn the clutch on, the mechanical press is engaged, which brings us up to 70% stress unit capacity in the network, but when we're not using it, we can just turn it off, and it's not affecting the network. It's not being rotated. That feels a little bit more professional. Like a real workshop. We kind of turn on the power, clang, 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 turn off when not needed. Perfect. As I'm gathering these materials, I'm realizing we do not have the cogs for this, because these fans are going to need to be spinning pretty fast. So let's take a side tangent to our project a little bit and work on brass, because the way we make cogs is with brass. Bronze, sorry, bronze. Bronze to cogs. We have these two, we've made them, but we need to make bronze efficiently. And to make bronze, we need to mix copper and tin. To make copper and tin, we're probably going to go mining. So let's get working on that so we can close out the episode with our flying fish. Yeah, that'll be great. Alright, we've got the same number of copper and the same number of tin, and we've made sure that it's divisible nicely. Forgot that I put the gear shift over the top of this thing. What if, can we put, no, borders are getting a little cramped. Well, we'll redesign later, I guess. Even just having one will be helpful. Just to automatically insert in would be nice. Okay. So we'll manually inserting copper. We'll fire this one up. Fire this one up. And then unlock the mixing, unlock the the moving, pumping, that's the word. Keep remembering to replenish. We want to cast. There we go. Setup is kind of working. It would be nice to have that automatically fed. Maybe we'll change. We really will think about changing the location of that level. Have to do it well. Neato. And we've got this brass here as a buffer, which doesn't depend on this creation, which I am a fan of. Oh, but we're still being constrained by this, because it's full right now. Oops. Did not realize that. But actually that's okay, because right now what we care most about is melting the metals that we have. That's what's most important. Because the melters themselves act as liquid storage, in a way. this is okay. We can calm down now. No need to panic. Panic over. Cancel the panic. Yeah. Alright. So how are we doing on big cogs? We got 14. Feels like I'll probably do for a while. We've arrived at the river where we plan to make our flying fish contraption. Our boba tea of fish, if you will. It's just somebody sucking through a straw into the river and extracting fish. And eventually, I think we're going to have 4 different pods of suction we could fit in here nicely. But for now, we'll start with just one. And I'd say this corner right here is the one we want, because assuming the fish swim anywhere in this bowl, might also get fish swimming between these 2 zones. This feels like a good one. So this is 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And now above here, we'll begin the cage. Oh. Okay, nice. We need to go chop some acacia. Let's go do that. If we're lucky, we should be about to see a flying fish catch. Look at that. Oh. Come on. No. It was so close. So that's the intended way that this machine is going to work. Fish will be swimming, minding their own business through the water, and at periodic points, there will be these columns of air sucking the fish out of the river. Isn't it great? It's non-intrusive, it's a very natural way to go catch some fish. And it's completely automatic because we don't have to breed the fish or anything. Aren't you scared of me? Ah, darn it. And I think we're going to have a few more of these stations across this area. And that way, hopefully we'll be catching fish with more probability. We're using a big old windmill. It's not the biggest it can be. And it's already enough to support a few of these kinds of stations. That's the stressometer. I've been using this speedometer very intensely while constructing this. Just always quickly plopping it down, measuring the speed of rotation. Okay, these need to be 32 or more, according to Creative World testing. That needs to be 128 or more. I did not envision how challenging it would be to implement this in survival. I was just using creative motors in the mockup. Oh. Oh my word. It was a lot more challenging. We've been having to breed some sheep in order to get the wool we need for that windmill. So lots of breeding. I accidentally killed them because these axes prefer to strike instead of breaking fence posts. So I now have a nice meal I made of roasted mutton chops. So good thing we were farming things that weren't strictly necessary for the recipe. Let's see if we have any comments on the last episode. Okay. As I mentioned, there was a comment about types of sushi. Yeah. I think I already answered that story. Yeah, cucumber and avocado sushi is delicious. I enjoy it. It's a good texture for me. It's nice tastes. Just the fish part I'm getting used to. Laura Kate made me laugh when you said, I am grout. I was just reading. I'm not sure if you caught that. That was not my cleverness. That was the name of the achievement, the advancement, the task, the quest. I am grout. But I'm glad it made you laugh. No, not but. And I'm glad it made you laugh. Are we gonna get a squid? We might be getting a squid. They're hard because they seem really resilient to being sucked. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, yes, yes! We got a squid, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now you've seen how the system is intended to work. We're going to be scooping up fish and squid ink as we go. and then doing with it later what we see, what we want to. So separating it out probably, chopping up the salmon automatically, and then cooking some nice meals with it. Oh, so close. So close. That's okay though. I'm glad that on video it's been demonstrated how the system works. I'm calling that a win. See, and this squid probably just escaped those bubbles because they are... The squid are resilient. I'm not sure exactly how their mechanics work, but it seems like they resist being sucked up often. Where does this go? It doesn't go anywhere. That makes sense. It just tries to spit out as possible. Oh, another one? Gotta say, primarily intended for salmon, not for squid, but so it goes. I am pretty sure the scaffolding piling up is an intended mechanic. I remember them saying something about it when they announced the scaffolding. Oh, really? I did not remember that. Thanks, Lori. Yeah. Honorable. Sounds like he is going to make salmon smoothie? Well, of sorts. This is a good meal, roasted mutton chops. I think it's the second best meal, but the best one is something salmon. Oh, actually, we can see it right here. Grilled salmon. Wait. 11? That's the same as this. But this one has 5 minutes of nourishment. And the salmon only has 3 minutes. What? So the salmon isn't even the best food. Huh. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm still gonna build these because I think they're fun. And they give good food, but we will also consider expanding our wool lamb farming operation from what was constructed for the windmill into something more industrial for food. That's a shame. Oh well, that is okay. Well, those are the comments. Thank you for leaving them. I appreciate the company from the comments, and I guess I'll see you next time. I did not end up ice skating. I ended up canceling those plans just because I was not feeling completely recovered, and it felt like a good idea not to infect my friends. So there it is. I'll catch you next time. Like those fish, hopefully. We'll see. I wish I got to show some on camera in survival, but maybe if they happen, I'll let you know. Okay, I guess post-credits or pre-credits. Aha! Adding a wall helped. Nice. So, we should be seeing some salmon on that belt. If we check. Adding some supporting forcing walls seem to have helped. So maybe we put the fish in a maze? Like a maze of walls and make them navigate in order to be caught. Perhaps that would be helpful. Oh my word. Okay. The Thunder Catcher. Wow. Lightning. A fish catch. That's pretty perfect. It seems they do get stuck on this end sometimes, but for the most part, it's okay. The glass is here because otherwise, when they got pushed across, sometimes they would fall. And we don't want that. Okay. Wow, I'm glad I started recording. That was surprisingly excellent. Oh, look! Okay. Alright. Okay, this is gonna work. Wow. I was gonna say, even the one that died out here, the salmon happened to fall into the airstream and get sucked up anyway. So, yeah. This is gonna work. A new era of farming technology is upon us, my friends. Okay, that's such a better way to sign off the video. Good. I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed.